Welcome back to Building a Tenor Guitar at plankandplane.com. Well, unfortunately, when I recorded this video, unknown to me, my audio quit working, and I didn't find this out until the end of the video. So I'm going to do a voiceover. In the last video, I had glued the back of the guitar on, and now I'm left with an overhang on the back and the top that I need to bring down flush with the sides, and that's the purpose of this video. You can see right here where the back overhangs the side of the guitar, and it varies around the guitar from anywhere from about maybe 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch, and this is the material that I need to remove. I had planned to remove that using a series of hand tools such as a rasp and file and sandpaper, but after trying that, it was just a little bit too much material to remove by hand, especially with the walnut back. So I decided to use a power tool, and the tool that I'm going to use to remove that is a drum sander on my drill press. Now this particular drum sander that I'm using in my drill press, I believe is called a robo sander, and it's called that because it has a bearing at the bottom that can ride against a pattern, and in this case the pattern that I'm going to use is the side of my guitar, and that prevents the drum from sanding too far into the side of the guitar. I put a piece of bubble wrap on my drill press table to protect the surface of my guitar. You could use an old towel or a piece of carpet. I just had some bubble wrap handy, so that's what I use. I don't want to the back or the top to get scratched up at this point. You can see here how this drum sander works. The bearing is riding against the side of the guitar, preventing the drum from getting too close to the side, and it works pretty good for this application. Right here you can see how much material that the drum is removing. I won't show the entire process here at the drill press, but essentially what I'll do is work my way around the top of the guitar and then flip it over and do the same thing to the back. After the work on the drum sander, I'll finish flushing the top and the back up with the side using sandpaper. And I'm using just 80 grit sandpaper that I glued to the back of a foam sanding sponge using spray adhesive. And I'll just slowly work my way around the guitar, just sanding lightly. I don't want to overdo it at this point after getting this far, and basically just sand it and feel it and see if it's flush, and just keep repeating that process until I can feel that the back and the top are flush with the sides. I did want to point out here at the neck end that you really have to be careful not to sand the area around the mortise for the neck, because if you sand too much on one side or the other, you can change the orientation of the neck with the guitar and get it out of alignment. So what I've done is taken some blue painter's tape and taped over that area so I don't accidentally sand that down while I'm sanding the back flush with the side. As I started the hand sanding, I decided to sand the back first and then the top, and I'm really glad I did, because that walnut is a lot harder to sand than that soft spruce top, and I was just glad to get that walnut out of the way and then get onto the spruce, which was a lot easier to do. The most difficult area to sand was this area right here between the upper and lower parts of the guitar body, this little concave area. And to sand that, I just took the flexible foam sanding sponge that I was using and just kind of bent it to the shape of that concave area and just rotated it back and forth in there, and I was able to sand it down. But it was just a little bit more difficult to sand than the rest of the areas on the guitar. Finally, after spending the better part of an afternoon hand sanding, I got the top and the back flush with the sides, and it turned out pretty good. I'm very happy with the result, and I'll just show you what it looks like. Well, next time I'll plan to get my audio issues worked out, and I'll turn my attention to the guitar neck, and I'll be filing the frets flush with the edges of the fretboard, and then beveling the frets using a fret beveling tool that I'll show you how to make. And then I'll round off the ends of the frets with a special fret tool that I purchased from Stuart McDonald. So all of that is coming up next time. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so, and you'll be notified when that next video comes out. And thanks for watching.